So I just wanted to make sure, based on last week's pod, it was absolutely clear. I care about human rights. Many of you know my origin story, but for those of you that don't, I was born in a country that's no stranger to civil war and religious and political persecution. Growing up, my family and I felt those effects. It affected our safety. It's in part what led my family to file for refugee status and stay in Canada. So this is a real part of my lived experience. I realize that what I said last week lacked empathy, particularly towards others who are dealing with persecution. In this case, the Uyghurs. And based on what I read this week, I think what's happening to them in Western China is a terrible situation. I also want to talk about this idea about nobody caring. Look, if we take a step back and replace Uyghur with other really important issues, like the conflict in Yemen, a potential war in the Ukraine, gun control, school shootings, healthcare equity, we're faced with horrible events every day. However, the unfortunate state of the world today is that we've also normalized this routine of being confronted with something tragic or horrible or unjust and being allowed to react with thoughts and prayers. And this was the real intent of what I was trying to get across. So when I talk about my line, it's not about whether something matters or not. It's about which issues, of all the important issues we face every day, where I have the expertise and I believe I have the ability to have a real impact, even if just by a little. For me, those areas happen to be climate change, life sciences, and deep tech. But just because this is where I spend my time, it's not to take away from any of the real work any of you are doing in other areas.